Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 134, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 20, gold contract down $54, trading at $1,719 an ounce. Silver off $2.22 at $31.57. Platinum off 36 bucks, trading out at 1,583. Copper down 11 pennies at $3.36 a pound. Light sweet crude down $3.68 at $98.91 a barrel. Bonds up a point at 143.06. Dollar index up 36 at 78.51. Euro down 5 at 134.59, and the yen down 9 at 76.97. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, just give me 1 second here, folks, because my computer gave me a little rough time, but we have everything up. But I want to get this so I can get it on Tiger TV for you. So we have this totally set up so that you can see this. And needless to say, it was a tough day downtown. There's no two ways about that. Bottom line is that you had Europe having a tough time with rates once again today. 10-year rates continue to go up. You have the wild card out here, no doubt, is going to be France. And the reason I'm saying it's going to be France, folks, is that the rates have been going up in France, and they've been going up, 3, 4, 5 ticks a day. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot because in the context, that isn't what is supposed to be happening inside of France. That's the bottom line. So we are almost there, and then we get this whole baby up, and bingo, we are up and cooking. Okay, S&Ps, let's take a look at these babies. This is what we did. You're down 20 bucks. We are at 12.16 on the S&P. 12.16 runs you right into the November 1st time frame. What it also does is this. It brings you back inside, folks, the lower range. You know, if you remember, we took off topside on October 27th. You get up to 12.92. Now, that 12.92 was basically, coming into the supply line from January through August. And what a supply line, folks, is this. A supply line just means that you have higher prices where people are in stock. So that's the supply. They're trying to get their money back. That's the supply line. That's the small supply line, by the way. Okay, that supply line there went from January through August. The larger supply line goes from 2005 to 2007, the end of 2007, and that's a monster. Bottom line, it couldn't make that supply line. We go downtown today, we come down to 1 billion shares versus 918 million. Now, 1 billion's not that much on the S&P. Bottom line, though, S&P wants to get down to this 1125 area. We'll see what happens when we get down there. And 1125 area, folks, is the highs. It's the high bar of the low. That's where I'm saying this baby wants to go. Now, Dow Industrials. What do we have with the Dow? Dow down $1.34. Dow's going into the 11,630 mark. And I suspect what you're going to see it go right after that tomorrow. Now, the Dow is still in the higher range. The Dow won't get into the lower range until it gets to 11,716. So we'll see how we come into that range. NASDAQ Composite. Now, Composite, folks, we're going to go through this Composite because the Composite is absolutely talking, walking, squawking. It is doing all of the above. And when I say all of the above, it's pretty amazing what it actually has done and what it is doing. Okay, Composite. Still getting straightened out here. We're just about there. There she goes. Okay. Composite, we can now have 51 bucks. We're at 28.87. The 28.87 takes out the swing points. We're in the lower range. Volume-wise, what we do out here in the composite is that we did 2.2 billion. That expansion of volume. Okay, so you have all of that. But I want to show you something in the composite that is crucial to understand about what we actually have happening out here. The NASDAQ composite, folks, okay? So when you look at markets, when I look at markets in particular, I'm always looking, okay, where's the supply and demand curve, number one? How big is it? And how are you coming into it? And that supply and demand curve can be higher or lower. In this particular case, we're going into the supply line that was higher. Now watch this, though. This is absolutely amazing. I'm going to take the composite, and I'm going to bring it back to 2010 for you. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to show you that the NASDAQ composite itself, the supply line was very small in the NASDAQ composite. Now, what happens is that the NASDAQ likes to lead the market up and lead the market down. So if you're watching Target TV, you can see what it is. If you're not watching it, no problem. I'm going to explain it to you. The top of the supply line, folks, for the NASDAQ composite from January, it was actually February to August, the highs out there were only 28.87. Well, folks, we made it up to 27.53. So the NASDAQ composite itself did not have a large supply line. Okay? It absolutely did not have a large supply line. It should have been able to make it through there. That's the first part. Now, the second part is much larger, and this is what it is. I'm going to take the NASDAQ composite, I'm going to bring it back to 2006, and I'm going to put it on a monthly basis, and I'm going to show you something. And this is the absolute mind blower, folks. When you do that, the NASDAQ composite back to 2007 did not have a supply line also. The 28.61 was the high of the supply line. Okay, so watch the deviance here. The NASDAQ absolutely, and this is why I was watching the NASDAQ so closely, should have been able to blow this away easy. Well, we know what happened. The NASDAQ composite, it did come into the swing points with dramatically lighter volume, and then what ends up happening? NASDAQ composite gives it up first. Now let me do this. Well, now you're going to see it's going to open it wide. I'm going to bring this back to 1995, and we're going to open it up. And what you see is that what the NASDAQ composite can't handle is that it still can't handle the bubble from 1999 going all the way over to 2001. Okay, so when I put this together, what you have is this. You have the NASDAQ composite was the strongest on the way up. The NASDAQ composite had the least amount of supply line when we're talking either 2006 going over to 2007, the end of 2007, or January to August. That couldn't make it. It blows apart today. We're going down to those lows, folks. The reason I'm saying that is that when the composite can't make it, the S&P, the Dow Industrials, they have monster supply lines closer, much closer to us. Okay, now let's go over to the dollar index. We'll take a look at good old King Dollar. What does King Dollar do? King Dollar, 22,000 contracts, won't back off. 78.52, you're over the swing points. King Dollar wants to get into this $80 mark. And, it's amazing. $80 not far away now. A few days ago, we're at 76. $80 seemed like a long way away. Well, bottom line, folks, only $1.50 away now. That's where that baby's going. We go to bonds. We take a look at the bond market. What we have with the 30-year bonds out here, she did 385,000 contracts today. What you're going to see with the bond market is that she wants to get into this 147 area. You get volume at 147. That's going to end up being a monster ABC structure on the way up. So, gold. We go take a look at the gold market. What you have with gold out here, gold down $54 today. You did 195,000 contracts. That little baby is making its way into the 1686 area. That's where I suspect it's going to be next. You had an expansion of volume, broke the uptrend, the smaller uptrend. That little baby wants to go lower. Let's go to Nick in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Yes, how are you? I wanted to ask you about Great Basin Gold. I needed your expertise on something. Can you tell me what happens to the shareholder if they can't deliver on the project on Burnstone?
Okay, what exactly do you mean when you say that they can't deliver on the project on Burnstone as to what happens to the shareholder?
Well, they're lowering their expectations every quarter, and they're down to 135,000 now. And I'm just wondering if they can't deliver on the quarter on the project in the next year. Will somebody take them over, and how does that work?
Okay, if they can't deliver in the project, no. With that, if you can't deliver on anything and you want to make money, no one wants to take you over.
No one wants to take you over.
Right. Why would you take you over if you can't deliver?
Well, maybe they could bring some people in that can deliver.
Okay. I wouldn't be in that camp. But, in the money-making business, when the delivery's not made, and, I'm not quite sure, where you have a different take on this, but that's cool.
I don't have any take. I was just wondering, hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay with the stock, right, for the future?
As long as I remember. Yeah, you stay right there, Nick. All right, stay right there, man. Okay, cool. This is Tom O'Brien, TFNN. We're gonna be right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina.